Guess I should go find my coom. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Oops. Can of tonic. Yeah, fix this hair. Doesn't look right. Anyway, I got a funny story. It's actually of StarCraft 1. I don't like the second one because it was just a stupid story. And, you know, obviously there was the big piss-off in StarCraft 1, but it was a more educational video game, and I was more interested in the story than the actual alignment of, troops and things like that. I've always been way more interested in that kind of thing. It was the same thing with Warcraft 3 when that came out, and it was also the same with Diablo 2, because it told a story. It wasn't as important, you know, getting a nice, the technicalities of the game. Like, that was where, when I played my friend, yeah, he, back in high school, I was always observing, as I said. The entire time I observed. And at the time, I didn't think of it, but like, I wasn't showing my best hand, obviously, when I was playing my friend Nick. He went and told everyone how bad I was at the game and things like that, because I didn't win very often. I mean, when I won, it was catastrophic for him, but, you know, it didn't happen very often. And I actually beat this one guy named Alan. I beat him in chess, and I only beat him one time, but when I did, it was like his whole world just like, these things fall like dominoes, dominoes. And it was hilarious. But anyway, the funny part of that is Asians cheat. They're not that dumb, but they cheat. I didn't cheat. They just misunderstood how I played the game, that's all. What they do is, you know, these big arenas they want to build in Western countries where there's gaming and things like that. They used to have low-budget ones in places like Metrotown. I only went there like once or twice, but I did get some good advice on that from my uncle. He said, he's Polish. He said, with the video games, you only play them, you play the cheapest one, you only play it once. And at the time I went, well, that sounds kind of dumb. Except, I mean, obviously he played those type of video games before, and he knew which ones were good and things like that. We should have heeded his advice, but we spent all our money a lot quicker. So, you know, that was something. But what's funny about, you know, with Asians and how they cheat, on another note, is that they go to these big arenas, right? And they observe other people playing, things like StarCraft and things like that. And they most certainly did with StarCraft 1. They had those type of tournaments in Richmond. I mean, Richmond looks desolate, and it is. However, what they failed to understand was that didn't matter. Didn't matter if they saw, because the rest of school I went to, they saw me playing. They saw me playing the game, right? And the only reason they knew my name was because I was proud of my name. My name was Capt Devlin, because Devlin's my middle name. And, you know, I forget what Nick's name was. I don't remember. Don't care. It was funny, though, because like a big blabbermouth that he was, he went and told everyone. And, you know, because he was proud that he was winning. So in a sense, he helped me beat them, because they figured out are usernames, and therefore they went to the arena where they have patches and things like that, and they can pay money for them to observe other people playing. They had that advantage, and they turn around and all laughed it up because they're essentially they're all the same. They think the same way, and they're all they're not that particularly intelligent, and so they're looking at me play it, and they think they're getting the big laugh, and it's like, surprise, assholes! Everything you said, and you said a lot of nasty fucking things on in those big group sessions in places like Richmond in the underground. Yeah, that all got caught. You saying that. You didn't know that, but it did. And you got away with it for a little while because they wanted to see how you would progress. And it was funny. Like, because they were watching me play, laughing it up, and they have no problem hurling out insults and things like that. I don't really believe in doing that. I think it's just low character. It's it's not a nice thing to do, and they were the most like hypocritical, sanctimonious cunts in the world, all of them. And as a group, they were actually very ineffectual at what they were doing. And there was this one chick who actually did kick me in the nuts really damned hard. Yeah, I guarantee you she watches this YouTube channel. I know she does. And guess what? She's off the list. And it doesn't matter if she's a maniac. It doesn't matter. She's off the fucking list. Because guess what? I don't have to know how to get her to go away. Somebody else would do it for me. Yeah, that was on a soccer field, though. That was, different, obviously. And I might have... Nah, I didn't deserve it. It was funny, because one time I flipped because they had those big, furry, green balls, right? They were soccer balls or whatever. And I don't know, for no particular reason, I flipped it up in the air, right? And it went like 50 foot in this gymnasium, right? And, I wasn't even thinking. I was, it was, the ball was there and I felt like flicking it up. As it were, her back was turned and she was walking away. And it came like flying down and it did, land on her head. That was true. I mean, she was fine. And the thing is, like, I knew there was a lot of Asians in that school, so obviously I was thinking, like, after she kicked me in the balls, I was just like, okay, I learned my lesson now. I'm gonna not do that again, even though it was an accident when I did it. Even though when she did it, it was on purpose. And my gym teacher saw that. He can back up my story, and these things have to be taken into account to fully understand the rationale of a young mind's development. Like it was totally inadvertent when I threw the I didn't throw, I flipped it up the soccer ball, and she may have watched most of the videos. She probably would have got bored at it at times because she likes, paid programming and things like that. However, I have decided that I do not forgive her, and I do not want to have anything to do with her. Because there are other chicks I prefer more than her. And I mean, they can be Asian chicks, but not her, that's all. Beyond the pale of reasoning, and I know the irony of pale face, green shirt. That was the pun, the joke. Speaking of which, there was a pun who fucking got me to put cayenne pepper up to my face, and then he made a joke which made me laugh, and I inhaled it, and it got in my fucking eyes, which is probably why I don't have as good a vision. And you know, cayenne pepper is very painful when it goes in your eyes. It's like pepper spray, and you know, I don't know his rationale for doing that. Don't like him either. And I forget his name too. They all had dual personalities. That's the thing. I do not have that complex. I can think for myself fine. Anyway, yeah, I ain't putting up with that nonsense. That's ridiculous. It's not happening. I don't care. It's you know, one of those things. You know, it's very sad, but I work in a produce department. I have to throw out a lot of moldy berries. So you know, too bad. And you know this. Oh, I can hear thunder in the background, yo. That makes them mad. They don't want white people to know unless they're indoctrinated in their system about how they can pay to observe how you play and even how you talk in the forums about it. Because StarCraft 1, it would have a forum, and it would always be me and Nick talking, and rarely ever did anyone else intervene. I remember numerous times, you know, like I would say, like, because you can talk during the game too, right? We didn't do too much of that. Did hardly any talking. We just, well, I didn't. I was because I was played as the Protoss, and the Protoss, you know, they kept their mouth shut most of the time, and their attacks were refuted for being calculating. And you know, I agree that what Zeratul said. Abomination. That's what it is. It's an abomination. And you know, it's a funny way of talking, but you know, sometimes you gotta talk a certain way, or you're not going to, you know, people are gonna stonewall you all the time, and you're never going to get them to talk unless you can convince them to. And if they don't want to because they're stupid assholes, then you know, you have to invent things, which is something they are all incapable of. In fact, okay, so some people go, oh, well, how intelligent is Ryan? He's in a debt trap, blah, 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 blah. That's our system. That's how we do it. You did not invent that. And there is merit to the system. You know, sometimes there's bad things. Well, actually, there's a lot of bad things, but in, you know, the banking system we have in the West, but you know, it can be, you know, improved upon, and it will be improved upon. It's all a matter of people figuring it out and having to deal with people that they do not like and dislike, or despise, whatever word you want to use. And yeah, I tricked him. I tricked him good. And those idiots, they all like the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. I don't like Ryan Reynolds. I don't like Deadpool. It should have ended with Green Lantern. Again, irony. You know, I say that, and the only reason I'd even bring up his name is because, like an annoying homosexual, he's simply not going to go away unless I can figure out a way to make him actually stay the fuck away from me, because I have every reason not to like him. Yeah, that's not what he wants to hear. He wants to hear that his rhetoric is better than mine, and guess what? He's not going to hear it, and his Asian buddies aren't going to hear it either, because I'm not going to talk like they do. That's absolute rubbish. Rhubarb. Forget about it. Yeah, so, to all my haters out there, I'm sorry I ruined your day. But you tried to ruin mine, and I still had a good day. And you try to fuck me up real bad for a long time, and it didn't quite work out for you. So I don't exactly have any, pity for you. It's like here I am doing my own thing, and then this rainbow shows up and tries to wrap itself around me like it's some sort of nice thing when it's not. And it's like, can't stand that thing. Get it away from me. It's annoying. Plain annoying. Yes. So, that's a problem. It might mean I have to move out of BC because, there's a lot of Asians here. It's funny, though, that, one guy behind a computer and they all fall down like dominoes. That's my funny story about StarCraft and why StarCraft 2 and why Diablo 3, even though I didn't actually play much of that because I was so pissed off with StarCraft 2. So much hype, and it was a terrible game. Everything wrong about it. Everything I liked the way it was before, they took it away, and it was like, shut up! Because I like things the way they used to be in some instances. And, some people don't, and they're entitled to their opinion, but they're wrong. And I liked the dual screen where there would be 4 or 5 people talking at the same time to figure out a plan. To get the idiots to do what you want them to. That's kind of oh, damn headache. Hope that wasn't a sonic attack or something. But then again, I haven't taken my venlafaxine today. Maybe that's why. Inadvertently. I got things on the go, yo. So I don't always think about that. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.